their semi-finals predictions before the start of this tournament would have been forgiven for not including EU's number 5 and South America's number 2. But Turtle, this is defense versus attack.
Absolutely.
Earlier on, Secret's defense was just unbreachable.
Unbreachable, but this is a different Moist Esports. What I want to bring to everybody's attention is that not much time has passed. Had this been a different day, you never know what kind of Moist Esports you would get, but they are absolutely killing it in every category of the game.
When you were playing Turtle, did you prefer a nice break to relax, or to get straight into the next
you want to go right back into it. Right back into the action. And here they are, right back into the action indeed. Rise, first goal.
Takes 20 seconds, they're already off the board. Moist are back to their best. It's a 1-2. Astral's involved in everything right now. But Rise, the Englishman, takes it home.
And this is ridiculous because if we look at the stats from their previous matchup, every single game in their previous series that Team Secret won, they held Moist scoreless. Moist just scored within the first minute already. And if that pattern continues, they would look to take this game and they look to add more pressure.
Team Secret also kept version 1 scoreless for the first 2.5 games in their series earlier. So to be breached so early is a massive statement of intent for Moist.
And you're talking about version 1, they had 46 shots and only scored 3 goals. And with the way Astral's playing right now, I feel like he could score 3 goals on 2 shots.
Knight's gonna leave that one, but Rise is in so fast. Rapidity from Moist. Just over and over again, they're coming forward against Team Secret. All of them want this ball to take it under their command. The danger man, though, is the Belgian Astral. This is some of the best Astral performing we've ever seen, and it just happens to be at a LAN when better, Turtle.
Yeah, and you're talking about Astral performing well, but how about on the other side, Sad, 100% goal participation versus V1, 82% in the major. He needs to step up, and Joyo, the muscle of Moist Esports, has been stepping up in different categories besides just on the ball. He spends the most time actually away from the ball, going for demos, taking boost, getting in the face of his opposition.
Astral's gonna wait for KV1 here. KV1 who's been quietly going about his business for Team Secret, getting some all-important saves earlier on. Right when it seemed that Secret were about to be breached. The teammate Knight on the ball right now. Sad's in the center. Wants it over the top almost of Joyo. Moist showing they can defend too, but Secret themselves are reminding us that they can attack. This is a team capable of scoring, and not just through Sad.
Right, but Moist Esports are still reminding us that they know how to defend, carry this ball in a decent way out of their own end. No double commits. Joyo crosses paths with a teammate there, but quickly to organize is Moist.
Sad's going down the line. He manages to weave it between a couple of them. Joyo was alert to the danger. That was suddenly a very nervy moment for Moist. He would have been feeling pretty comfortable up until that point. Suddenly when the ball's squeezed between 2 of your teammates, that changes at a rate of knots. Secret coming forwards again. There's no one there for Moist. The midfield battle so far being won by Secret in the last minute or so. Moist can change that with one lobby forward, but Secret have definitely found their way into this opening game.
Right, the only issue so far is nobody's extending that rotation downfield, waiting for a clear. They don't have the boost. Nor do they want to take the risk. There's a fake from Joyo around 1, maybe around 2, sets up Rise, and then Astral, he's not missing that.
Moist, most certainly the fan favorites right now, and I have loved this evolution of the musty flick, where you fake one out, you send your opponents high, then you just wait, they're gone, you can set something up, and your teammate comes in to score.
With how threatening mechanics have become today's modern Rocket League, there is so much respect that must be given to nearly every player on the pitch. They go for a musty flick, if they go for a flip reset, you have to respect it.
This is the day where Moist are just changing records. Going up against Carmine Corp, they've lost against them, what, 3, 4, 5 times? Change that when it matters most. And going into this match of Team Secret, they've lost to South America the last 2 times they've played. Famously at Worlds, and then earlier on in this very tournament against this very team. But it's a different version of Moist we're seeing now. The passes that they've been looking for are finally being found by their teammates. 1-2 interplays. The mechanics are back. Joyo is back to his best.
KV1!
Defending here. Team Secret have been bubbling, and finally they simmer over the surface.
And they're bubbling with Knight through this corner. 1 chip over, and then seeks out KV1. That's the team play you need. And they deliver the first goal, 1:29. Let's see if they can tie it up.
They'll have to do so now. It'll be good for Team Secret, but Sad wasn't in a goal. Knight and KV1 combining is exactly what these two players need. Rise up against KV1. KV1 is more than capable in the challenge game as a 1v1 player. But it's Astral that comes away with the ball. He's been scoring these all day. He fakes the flip reset for now. Rise comes in. They've taken 2 Team Secret players out of the conversation. But the third one, Sad, brings the ball forward. He gets a great bump as well. Now onto the side. Team Secret hoping the ball's going to fall to them. It's not quite happening though. Rise does go for the must. He dances with the ball as well en route. Sad can clear it long.
Moist Esports are trying to set up that formation. One player on the ball. Joyo taking out the goalkeeper. But here he is with the double tap attempt. Hoping to keep this ball in the half of Team Secret. Waste time. Get some early momentum in this series.
Rise just has to make sure he avoids the Sad dunk. He does that and also gets it forward. KV1 in an awkward situation, but manages to deal with it valiantly. Not for long though. Astral now coming again. Joyo's waiting for this one. Wants to get involved in the corner. Not letting Team Secret out their own half. Not letting them out their own penalty box at this rate. Astral's up against KV1. KV1 sends it as far as he can. Knights in the center. All 3 of Team Secret moving.
Rise, he's gonna touch.
It's over the top. Astral saves.
And it looked like he had to dodge a demo as well. Team Secret doubled Moist demo stat in their previous series. Looking to bully them out of it. 5 seconds to go. Rise, a good 50-50. Across the pitch, Joyo just got to smack it down, and he will. First game, Moist.
We are serenaded by an almighty roar here in Rotterdam as Moist Esports take game number 1. They weren't even meant to be here. This was Carmine Corps to lose, but now Moist are here. They're looking like the London version of themselves.
This is ridiculous, and they've got Astral, who, again, is at the top of the scoreboard. How do you stop him? How do you extinguish him? It is a task that I'm not sure even the best team with the best defense, which is, so far, Team Secret can handle.
Astral, who's still rocking the RLCS Season 9 EU Champion tag on his player banner over there, where Dignitas dramatically beat Vitality. I believe it was in Game 6 in a best of 7. That was a huge moment for Astral in his career. And it's continued throughout RLCSX, finally back in the era of LANs. And now Astral finds himself on a happy home with Moist Esports. And they look like a team that have all the ingredients right now to go all the way.
All of the ingredients, all of the statistics favor Moist on today, in this day. You know, previously it was a little bit more difficult given their inconsistencies. But now, up against Team Secret, they know how they want to rotate. They found their rhythm. Ball is in Team Secret's court. They've got to respond.
Rise into the center. Astral thought he had a sniff there for a second. They're not to be just yet, but it's another good start from Moist off the kickoff. They have been starting these series well. They blitzed KC in the first couple earlier on, before Carmine Corp even knew what was going on. Certainly whatever conversations they've been having behind the scenes have been effective for Moist.
And this is a similar start, like you said, to that KC matchup. I mean, Rise scored a hat-trick in Game 1. Astral went on to score 5 of the 11 goals. We remember that pre-jump shot, pre-jump goal from Joyo and Astral.
Goal of the tournament so far, in your opinion?
So many highlights, absolutely. That was ridiculous. But there's still 2 more series to go. Plenty of Rocket League to be played.
And it's starting now. Rise is left the ball by Joyo, but then Joyo says, actually, do you know what? I will get a piece of that. Rise a little bit unsure what to do. In the end, the ball falls to him. He takes the second. He steps up Astral. How on earth do you read that? I know I couldn't.
Look at the fake. This is what I'm talking about. You got to respect this. Rise, short touch to himself, stops boosting midair, and leaves it for the star striker to, of course, hit that top corner.
I feel like, you know, you're looking at a potential championship-winning team when even the mistakes, the misplays, the miscommunications work out in your favor. They find a way to dig out an opportunity, but now they have to dig out some defending. Secret coming forward on the front foot. This is what we need to see from the South American.
And that's why positioning so close to your teammates can sometimes be such a big benefit, but it's the most difficult thing to do because if your communication isn't flawless, you are going to be double committing left and right. But Moist Esports are willing to take that risk, and it works out, giving Team Secret's defense an illusion. They don't know how to defend against 2 players behind it.
KV1 takes a clean touch, a rare clean touch right now for Team Secret, and a second one too. Joe had pre-jumps, but it's going to fall to Sad. Rise somehow keeps it out. And it's the Moist defense that we're talking about. Sad is able to sweep up behind. A real chance for Secret, but a good save for Moist.
There's no questions about Moist offense. There might be some skeptics about their defense, though, and they have answered the call and silenced the haters within the first 2 games.
Rise up against Knight. Another perfect first touch from him. This is how he burst onto the scene. surprising opponents. What is he going to do? It seems too obvious what he's planning, but always seems to go against it at the last second. Now we have Astral in the center. He wants the ball. KV1 this time does read Rise, and he reads Joyo as well. He bundles it home, and he gets Team Secret on the map.
And KV1 has been the backbone for Team Secret. The only hope so far, but he's tied it up. Now we can only imagine what happens when Sad matches that.
The Team Secret fan contingency loving what they're seeing there. Classic Secret goal, not overcommitting. No real risks taken, just clean Rocket League, a good challenge as well. From the 1v1 master. And it gets Team Secret right back into this one. Now Moist have lost some games here in this tournament even today. So going a goal behind shouldn't affect their mental too much. And they've started again really well from the kickoff. Kickoff's a huge asset for them as Joyo splashes it just wide.
Moist Esports are setting up a siege. The Team Secret half, robbing them of their boost, bumping them off of their line. But we are still only tied up. Do Moist Esports bite a little bit too hard? Get counterattacked again. That's got to be in the back of their minds.
Secret will sure be hoping so, but tackling each other in the air is not what they need to do. Every ounce of precious boost has to be used against an attack like Moist. KV1, to prove my point, has absolutely nothing as he's going down the wing. Thankfully for him, Stab was closing up very quickly. Knight up against Joyo. Knight challenges Joyo. Price has got that one clean.
And that's the only thing that they can get at this point is good 50-50 challenges to relieve pressure, but nobody's downfield. Meanwhile, Joyo's all the way downfield for a booming clear. And here we go, a chance for a rotation forward. But Sad opted to go all the way back and play the passive role that might plague them in the end because you're gonna get barely any chances on offense.
I think for now though, Team Secret won't mind this too much. Limiting Moist to challenges down the center. Big booming clearances, that's where Secret can do their best work. They'll read those all day, snuff them out. KV1 up against Joyo. Joyo is charging it down quickly, almost gets the second touch. It's Rise that it falls to. Joyo thinks about turning around and does. KV1 doesn't get that boost either. Astral's coming in. Team Secret suddenly looking a little bit depleted. What can Moist make from that? Joyo slams it down and gets the second touch against Knight. Beats KV1 as well. Brilliance from Joyo. Sad was the last man, and he was effective.
Team Secret hoping to see signs of desperation out of Moist. Waiting for an overextension. Sad is trying to hunt down Rise. Big booming clear, but again, nobody down at the other side. Midfield possession in favor of Moist. Shots in favor of Moist.
The next goal we'll see will be the most important in the series so far. Is it going to go the way of the blue team? Rise into the middle. And it's just Knight and Sad. They're running out of boost now, Moist. Quite attacking as a trio as they were earlier on, but Joyo only needs himself.
He missed!
Joyo, especially when there's a mistake in defense, a rare one, which Astral punishes.
And this is the issue with playing such a defensive game. One mistake is the difference, the changing factor that will give Moist the edge. And now with how few chances they've gotten, this looks all but over for Moist.
Unless KV1 can give us just a little bit of magic dust into the series. Not to be, it falls to Rise, who kills it well, and Moist take a nervy game 2.
You were absolutely right. That was the most important goal of this series so far, and might just be for the rest of the series. It's so rare to see Team Secret take a wrong step on defense. I mean, it's literally about as rare as seeing a total solar eclipse. They never double commit. They never have one player out of position grabbing boost when they shouldn't. The one time we see it, Moist were able to punish, and that is going to be the game plan moving forward. Not getting desperate, patiently waiting, and capitalizing when you see that gap.
Perhaps a sign that Team Secret are finally starting to succumb to some sort of exhaustion. It's been a long old journey for them, both physically and in the Rocket League as well. But they are going to take the time to talk this one through. They're 2-0 down in the series, and they are using their tactical timeout.
Extra 60 seconds now between Game 2 and Game 3. How do you kill the momentum of this squad? This is South America's last hope up against Europe's last hope. One completely on fire, sinking every shot, going for pre-jumps, feeling confident. Team Secret have been deflated. But with this break, might be able to re-energize.
And we have seen some very successful tactical timeouts going out today. In all 4 playoffs, there was at least one time where a team took a tactical timeout and then won the next game. Didn't happen for FaZe up against Gen G, but they lost the decider after that 4-2. But they are such an important tactical asset to be taken, and I'm glad they're taking it after 2 and not 3.
There's so much mental aspects to this game and feeling confident. And right now, Team Secret are respecting Moist far too much. I mean, you saw the fake be so efficient from Moist when 2 players were going for it. They didn't know who was going to take the shot. They want to play defensive, and Moist, especially with Astral, have been going for fakes, mind gaming you, taking you out of the pitch. You can't give that team that kind of respect on this international stage.
It feels cruel to criticize Secret considering how far they've come, but it does feel like they're sticking to the playstyle that worked against version 1 earlier. Moist, an entirely different story to version 1 from earlier. This is a team that's peaking. Their offense is working. They've just taken down the monkey on their back in Carmine Corp. You have to come out here and attack them and shake them back up, because right now, nothing is stirring Moist.
Have we seen every strategy Team Secret hold? Or can they bring something spicy, something extra that we've never seen before? There's a pinch that we have seen before, but always so flashy when we do.
Another great start for Moist off the kickoff. And all that talking Team Secret have had have at least got them at 0-0 after 15 seconds and not 0-1. That would have really hurt. But they can keep coming.
Oh, the pause. Baited.
Baited.
Absolutely baited.
Wow, well, once again, that changes things. Suddenly you have more time to think, to potentially overthink. A minute seems to be the exact amount of time you need. At this point, you're at risk of just questioning what should be questioned.
Even this extra time doesn't give too much confidence to Team Secret at slowing Moist down. I don't think you can slow Moist down at this point. I genuinely don't. With what we saw from them previously at the Winter Major of the last season, excuse me, they simply do too much. They are too confident on that day that they're playing well. Mechanics will not stop. The rotations can't be broken, but you can match that. Team Secret can push out, get aggressive. Game 1 against version 1 was ridiculous. I've seen them in forms in that game alone that I never saw throughout all of their regional play. Maybe they could bring that firepower back on.
Team Secret have it in them, and we are going to be restarting game number 3 from 5 minutes. Yes, again, as of earlier, there was no goal, so there'll be no controversy here. Just a straight-up reset. All players resume their starting positions. We are going to go from the start.
Just reset it, Cole.
Get back in. Let's do this. Let's do this, Turtle. I'm ready. Team Secret ready? Is this good for Team Secret?
That's what I guess it gives them more time. At the end of the day, this is more time to collect yourselves. If you're feeling the nerves on the stage, this is crucial. But do I think this is going to hurt Moist? Not at all.
Only Team Secret can hurt Moist. And they are more than capable of doing that. We need to see a return of, as you mentioned, that first game against version 1, where Sad in particular, I think he got a goal and an assist, if not something else, in that game alone. He is the player that they have to be looking towards now, and that's taking nothing away from Knight and KV1, who defended admirably. Their team composition defensively has been fantastic, but the man to break through tough defenses, and Moist are a tough defense, has been Sad. What does he have in his locker, or is it KV1? A lovely flick to start things off.
I mean, KV1 has been matching that performance of Sad throughout the whole regional, or excuse me, major, and potentially in the regionals as well. KV1, a star player, Sad, a star player, Knight holding it down. They have to get uncomfortable, form themselves in a position where they're more aggressive. They're not used to playing like this, but it's necessary.
Yeah, I mean, Sad and Knight were too close there, but I don't mind that at all. That could be a side effect of them trying to switch things up. They're defending a bit more aggressively. They're closing Moist down faster. Look how much space Moist now do not have when they get the ball cleanly. Lovely pass from Sad outside to KV1, who goes forward himself. As Astral and Rise in front of him, wants to just challenge Rise. It's not quite effective, but they're starting to ask some questions of Moist and cutting across rotation. Much better now from Team Secret.
Yep, cutting across rotation, but still not the cleanest. There was a double commit, but the fact that they're infiltrating the midfield, pushing themselves forward, that third man isn't waiting all the way at the goal line. This is boding well for Team Secret. About the longest time they spent in the Moist half so far.
This momentum has to build for something for Team Secret. He wants to put it past Joe, but Astral is there. This is what they don't want to see. Astral with boost on the side with that ball rolling up the wall. Devastate any defense, even Team Secrets as we've seen. He's got a little bit of time. He tries to fake them out. He's challenged. Stand up against Astral. Keeps it out for now. Joyo's coming in.
Joyo.
Don't get faked if you're Secret. Doesn't matter what you try, though. Joyo's going to get it past you.
Astral does this in the air. He does it on the ground. He mind games you. You never know which direction, which outlet he wants to take. And Joyo, he knows what's going on. The communication comes through, and Joyo finishes.
Secret have to remind themselves that this has been a better game for them so far, despite going a goal behind, but Joe could double that to the backboard with him. Knight out wide and Rise is there, and now it's Moist that have taken control. They're seizing the moment and they're squeezing Team Secret.
Those mind games are just such an effective strategy against Team Secret, especially when the speed of Moist is at this level, when they're playing this well. You hit the brakes, Team Secret expect you to fly at the ball like they have been. And as a result, Team Secret's defense is the one that's flying past the ball instead, leaving a wide open goal.
Another little flip reset there from Joyo just to keep Team Secret guessing. Astral's got a couple of his own up his sleeve. Won't lead to a goal, but Joyo shows how to cut rotation until he's taken out.
Huge demo.
Now Knight up against Joyo, underneath Joyo. Astral just pulls rank and brings it forward. So it does seem to be Team Secret trying to speed things up. And now it's Moist employing the slow game and doing it excellently.
Setting up shop again in the half of Team Secret. Putting up the tents, getting the food prepared. These guys so comfortable, staying on offense, holding down the midfield, denying clears, taking boost, draining the life of Team Secret, but they have broken out. 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go, 1 goal needed.
Gotta keep this pressure, Team Secret. KV1, a good pass towards Knight, who goes for the double. He gets it, but not on target. And Sad can only watch as his dreams of an equalizing goal disappear, at least for now. Rise booms it forward as far as KV1. Moist now have their turn for a little bit of pressure. It's end to end, but each team is having sometimes an extended time in the opposite side of the field.
Yes. And while Team Secret still might be struggling to face these challenges, get out there quickly, they look like they're willing to take more risks. Push forward, go up for some challenges that maybe they would have been too passive with. Big demo from Sad onto Rise, who spawns now in his position. This is giving space for KV1, who continues to make moves, but denied.
Great challenge though from Knight up against,
Off the backboard,
Joyo, and it's a full to Sad. Team Secret show what they're about. Get themselves back in game 3.
Here he comes, don't let him get momentum. Knight off the backboard, smacks Rise out the way. And Sad says, hello, open net, I will absolutely take that.
And that all came from Knight being such an aggressive third man. He wasn't scared of what Joe was capable of. He raced him, went toe-to-toe. Winning that race made it the simplest finish you will ever see for his Team Secret teammate. They've got to do more though. KV1 to the side. Rise takes him out, so now it's Moist with a little bit of space to play with. But for once, Joe's touch deserts him. Sad and Knight are so surprised that both of them go for the ball. They can't believe what they're seeing. That's the devastation that Moist have. One poor touch is not even punished because the other team don't expect it and have to overreact.
There's so much respect, and that one off the crossbar and out. Knight had a 1v1 opportunity demoed back towards the other end. Moist hungry for goal number 2.
But it could backfire. KV1 has Rise to his side. He's managed to bypass him for now. Joyo clears it long. It's looking good for Team Secret. They're forcing Moist to make these big clearances, the last thing they want to do. And the challenge is going the way of Secret. KV1 is just about nudged by Sad. They did not want that. At least to Astral having some time in the center. Right to the middle, Joyo out wide. The goal here would end the game probably. Joyo to the ceiling. Knight clears it, but there's no one in front of him. It's just the Moist hornet's nest. The ball's going to fall towards. Knight tries to get himself a dunk, not this time. Joyo up against Sad. It goes neutral, and we head to overtime.
Overtime indeed. Team Secret, the best looks on net, good chances, finally getting a goal. Surely that's gotta fill your veins with confidence, help you to push forward. Knight's doing just that in this corner.
We will have a series if Team Secret can just bundle through. Joyo's trying to prevent that right now. Knight's already up, he wants the double tap, he's got it, surely! It squeezes between the defense. and Secret get themselves on the board.
Knight coming alive. Sad, KV1, they've all got a piece of it. And Knight adds a nice little double tap off the backboard to his name. And that's how you get back in a series, get a game to your name, and silence Moist defense.
That's what you want to see as well from the player that we've talked about the least. Knight, he's not the name that we've been mentioning as someone who is going to drag Team Secret out of this, but right there he showed that he can do it as well.
Yeah, team effort, all three players. I think most of the time we pinpoint one person in particular, especially Sad. I mean, this man literally had 100% goal participation against version 1, but that is not to discredit what his teammates can bring and will bring to the table, and it is required if you want to make it to the grand finals. They are trying to build their resume to slay this dragon of Moist.
And if Knight is coming alive, I mean, it was his good work that led to the assist as well, then it's perfect timing for Team Secret. They seemed like they needed some sort of ace up their sleeves because this one was beginning to get away from them. And how frustrating would it be to come this far and not be able to make that next breakthrough to get to an RLCS final for your region?
Yeah, and just one game alone is enough to build momentum and start snowballing. You prove to yourself on this stage that it is possible to slow down Moist, to catch them off guard, and it is possible to make their defense scramble regardless of how good they've looked in the previous series. It doesn't matter. This is a new one, and Team Secret are trying to make history.
Well, we've guaranteed ourselves now a trip to Wasteland. Are we going to see Neo Tokyo as well, and maybe beyond?
I hope so.
Me too, man. It's a series that deserves it. It's a day that deserves it. It's a brilliant Rocket League today. We need those Champions Field moments. It's so healthy for us.
And the main thing for Team Secret is they don't have to completely shift what they're going
Oh!
Oh, but KV1, he shifts which way he wants to approach the net and fools Moist.
He's got all the tricks. He can slow it down, then he knows exactly when to go in. Astral, you're the man whose name has been on everyone's lips, but see you later, mate. You couldn't deal with KV1 in that situation.
How good does that feel? Astral's probably hit so many mind games on you this series. In this major alone, a little bit of payback.
Team Secret keep it going as well. Trying to build on this momentum. Astral to the side. He has to slow the ball down every chance he gets now. Rise is playing in front of the ball. Good from Moist. Not going back, not retreating into their shells. Gonna slap Team Secret straight back if they have their way. But Secret have survived for now. Rise, side flips underneath it, but KV1 can pull away. Suddenly, Team Secret's new danger man is one that Moist are watching. That's a good boost steal from Joya. I'll keep Team Secret back. Rise is in. Knight to the side. KV1 is suddenly a very stranded defense, especially with Rise coming. Astral gets the flip reset, but for once, it's not going to do any harm.
And it's because Sad got that demo early on in the rotation on his way back. There would have been a second man waiting, lurking for Moist to finish off that beautiful pass, lobbed in front of the net. Bumped out of the way again. KV1, a shot comes out. Sad pre-jump saves it. Team Secret, are we even surprised that they're holding on?
Not at all. We know that they can do this. They love this style. KV1 has sat in front of him, but he's going to bypass him and just send it high. Joyo's clearance met by Knight. Knight keeps going as well. Up against Rise, who misses it completely. This could be danger. Could be a second right now for Team Secret. This shot looks like it's going wide, but he follows it up. Sad's on the board now as well. All of Team Secret are firing.
How do these players read this bounce off the corner? Most people just start flopping around, but some way Sad knows where that ball's going and how to finish the job he started.
The Team Secret fans are starting to believe. The volume is raising in here. Moist needs to get their own fans going. Astral attempts to do so by being early on the ceiling. Rise's boom is towards Joyo. Moist needs something, because this one is beginning to go fully on the side of Team Secret. Everyone's missed it. Rise is coming in, but he can't quite sneak it in at the near post. Astral a good pinch. Perfect first touch. Coming in is Joyo. He wants to get the second one. Sad almost nips in. Rise now has a chance to get it to the backboard and take Knight out. Astral could be in, but KV1 with some heroics.
The Guardian Angel for Team Secret and South America blast that ball out of possession. And this is good news for Team Secret in their matchup against V1, where they won 4-1. 3 out of those 4 individual games, they're able to edge out a win with just 1 goal. And here they've got 2. The confidence has got to be there. They're comfortable holding this defensive stance. Unless Astral has something to say about it. Good shot to the corner. KV1 again.
They say 2-0 is a dangerous scoreline, but for Team Secret, it seems that it's exactly where they come to life. And as I say that, though, Rise puts it in the place where it can't be saved.
And they're sending in the muscle. And that's all Joyo. Missed the first bump. He's rotating out and still tries to get you. This man has got to be one of the most annoying players, driving around in your net, ignoring rotation, and just hunting you down.
Sad is going to beat Joyo here, though, is he? No, it's actually, he's so fast from Joyo. How to get up there?
The touch.
Lightning pace. Joyo with Astral behind him. Astral leaves it for Joyo, who has definitely come alive right now. Astral is waiting now for KV1's hit. Almost bypassed the Belgian, but Astral gets something on there. Goes sideways as well to steal a boost, but the ball goes right at the top over Rise. Has to send it to the side. Team Secret not defending themselves now. Not going back into their own shadow.
And what I do like about Moist is they see this defensive performance out of Team Secret, and demos have been so effective. We just saw one there from Joyo. It wasn't a demo, but a bump. And I don't see them trying to abuse that strategy because I think it would ruin their rotations, but knowing just when to go for it gives a lot of life to Moist and secures their rotations, letting this game stay within one.
There's a effective demo coming out. And Joyo's called into action in defense, but now he has the ball and some space up against KV1. Wants to fake them both, and he did. Sad had to help out his teammate. Astral goes again around the corner with him, but he can't quite connect with the second touch. Secret now 55 seconds away from making the most of this 2-goal lead. Joyo around the corner. Sad's touch towards KV1. Astral's there. KV1 to the ceiling. Rise takes the turn. The Englishman is brilliant.
All tied up. Team Secret look like they're gonna get back in the series. But Rise has something else to say. Solo play, lovely dribble, and they're back in at 46 on the clock.
Secret, it seems, have had their moment. Now they have to get another one. Moist are right back in it. Knight does have this boost here, but he leaves the ball to Sad. What can he conjure up? He's done so much for his team this whole tournament. Up against Rise, the man who just got that equalizer. Fakes him out for now, sets it high, but Astral's there. KV1 only as far as Rise until Rise is taken out by Sad. Secret want to end this one now. Knight beating KV1 to the ball. It's a double commit, but it's a decent one as far as Knight is concerned. Stays behind the ball. Makes himself as big as he possibly can be. Astral's keeping his boost. The boost management effective from him. Knight at the near post. Joyo is there. This is danger right now, but Rise can only keep the clearance up as long as he can.
Missed it.
Sad needs to leave this one for his teammate. KV1 is there.
5 seconds.
Astral gets it to
Joyo!
Who gives Moist a late lead, and they've turned this on its head.
They are relentless. They do not stop bombarding your net with every shot they've got. Every ounce of boost used. 3-2. 1 second to go, but hold on, Knight, one dribble. Denied quickly, and this ball does hit the ground. Moist Esports on match point.
And did I just detect a massive smile from Astral? That would have felt like a moment where things were just starting to step away from them, a team that haven't had it all their own way since coming together. And when a series like this begins to get away from you, just those doubts start to come up, but any of them have just been alleviated with the end of that game.
I don't even know at this point if there's any more doubts in their minds, Moist Esports. They've made top 4, they made it to the semifinals. Astral's got to be feeling so validated alongside his teammates Joyo and Rise for this pickup, for this specific reason. He's already proved his worth on the pitch. And now it's smooth sailing, one more game to go. I thought we'd see a Team Secret battle back, such a good start, but they turtled up on defense and one by one got picked apart.
And it was a classic Rise goal as well to get the equalizer, slowing down where everybody else would speed up. It's the last thing you expect, but you have to prepare for it when Rise is coming up against you. Once they had that equalizer, it was a mountain to climb for Team Secret. Even at 2-2, it just felt like the pendulum had swung right back for Moist Esports. And we do have Wasteland as promised. Are we going to see Neo Tokyo?
That's a tough question. Neo Tokyo, I think we get it. I believe in South America. Hopefully we go the distance. Moist Esports are certainly a giant, but one that Team Secret can take down and trip up. but they're gonna need to play the best Rocket League they've ever played. Let's see if they can do it.
Sad starts off early almost with the attempted double tap, but Rise gets it away and gets it away far as well. So nice clearance is only as far as Astral. He's pretty decent in these situations, isn't he? The floor pinch as far as Sad, but danger out of nowhere from the Belgian.
Team Secret can't get used to the creative shots from Moist. This is not that same Moist that was putting on simple one-dimensional shots that they faced in the Swiss stage. They have evolved to another level.
Astral up against Sad. If this challenge is clean from Astral, it could let his teammate in, but 2 times Sad steps up against that big old Octane hitbox behind the car. Now he wants to have a piece of Joyo as well. Ball flips into the center. Astral's chasing it, Rises in the middle. How he'd love to catch this one on his roof and do some more damage to that Team Secret defense. Unbreachable, says Rise. Not with me about.
Sad. Quick corner play. They do have a double commit coming out of Moist. Hitting it to the sidewall behind the ball. Astral 38 boost to work with. Flip reset. Trying to go under one. The classic fake. Team Secret have adapted and say, I think I've seen this one before, but they still can't match the speed.
Brute force this time from Moist. It wasn't the most beautiful mechanical goal you'll ever see, but it was still so clean. And Astral knew exactly what Joyo was trying. 1-0 Moist. Everything seems to be going in their favor. But teams have lost from this position before, Turtle.
Yes.
Nothing is won just yet.
There is certainly no counting out Team Secret. Nobody wants it more. They've never made it to the grand finals. Behind Sad on some dribbles. They've got some room to work. A nice shot. Far side, saved by Knight.
Joyo is already up though, look at that. Anticipating exactly what Team Secret are going to do in defense. Secret got it back into the Moist half. And then some, in the corner, a huge demo from Sad. KV1 can have a clean shot here, and it sneaks its way in off the back of Joyo.
There's the demo. Sad taking him out, clearing the way. In a tied up game, Joyo, I think he would have gotten a save. Very disorganized on the backboard. As soon as that wheel goes over the backboard, you can't control your car, jumping, all of it thrown out the window. In a really tough situation for Joyo to deal with.
Team Secret were hanging on by their fingernails, but all of a sudden they're looking a bit more well supported. Not falling off this cliff just now. Moist gonna try and kick him off. Can they do it? Rise! He kicks forward, but it's just about dodged by Team Secret. Knight can have an attempt at clearing it away, but he's beaten to the punch. Moist, despite having the equalizer scored against them, still looking that little bit faster, especially with these demos, but suddenly Team Secret almost get away. But it's Rise who has a dribble. He goes left, he goes right. Sad gets it away as well.
Very grounded game. Plenty of space in the midfield. This time for both teams. It started out only for Moist, but with Team Secret's punch back, they have been awarded with extra free space, extra boost, potentially that second goal.
Astral tries to get Knight out of the way, but only succeeds in dodging away himself. Rise is the champion of that particular duel against Sad. A bit of confusion now. The ball has slowed down, at least for a little while. A bit of scrappiness happening.
Right.
Until Astral just gets it on his back, barges his way through, and almost restores Moist's lead.
Look at all these dribbles. I mean, this ball finally is up in the air. Both of them.
Very happy to take it down, force the 50-50. Moist Esports know the creativity is unmatched, but a huge clear all the way towards the half of Moist. Things have slowed down. We've gotten back to a game of tug-of-war here, Cole.
Yeah, I was going to say it's cat and mouse at the moment. Neither team is prepared to completely commit forward, attempt to score what could be this winning goal in game number 5. You can see why from the perspective of Moist. They don't have to rush anything. As for Team Secret, one mistake will send them tumbling out this competition. Be so careful.
Bring that pressure. It's all on Team Secret. 3 games to win against Moist, who, like I said, have evolved. Astral off the sidewall, the double tap. It looks like Moist are throwing this ball off the backboard, just waiting for a mistake and hoping they can catch a lucky break.
Astral is boostless though, so his touch-up is not going to be effective. Sad flicks it on. Astral has managed to pick up some boost now, and only has KV1 in front of him. KV1 does a good job getting it to the corner. Knight up against Joyo. Joyo, more great work from him. Sad waiting for it. Sad's touch is effective too, so All these players making sure they don't make mistakes. Astral has to help out Rise. Sad still a massive boost there. Right up against Astral. Sad just waiting.
Seconds.
This one just waiting to spring into life, you sense. Joe gets the save this time when the ball was high.
Match point for Moist. 20 seconds. The game might have slowed down, but what's at stake has not changed. Team Secret, 13 seconds. Or we get another overtime between these two titans.
Can we handle another OT? It's going to be tense if it happens. And it's looking more and more likely. In truth, it feels that all 6 of these players
Here we go.
settled for the overtime as of about 2 minutes ago. 1-1 feels about even, but now it's next goal wins.
Buckle up. Long overtime ahead of us. Astral over to Joyo. Intercepted quickly. This is everything for Moist. Getting back to the grand finals. Validating that roster swap.
Team Secret doing their best not to let Rise have control of the ball in what has been a very floor-based game so far. Knight punts it forward. Is anybody there for them? Not this time, it's just Joyo, who takes a perfect first touch and a decent second one as well up to KV1. Still lobbying bombs forward and backwards, both these teams. Until one interesting pass comes forward, Joyo had to be alert. Astral and Sad race for the ball. Rise is the recipient. Flippery set over the top of KV1. Sad gets it as far as he can into space as well. Good choice of where to put that ball. Anywhere else, you feel that Moist are ready to pounce. He put it in what would normally be a scary position, but there, it was the right decision.
Moist historically always have the ice in these moments. We're not even in game 7, but Joyo, flip reset, opportunity over one. KV1 gets the clear. Team Secret under pressure.
They'll keep on going, Moist. Astral now fakes it out for Rise. How we'd love to have him have a clean dribble at this net. Knight does not. Blasting it away as far as the
backboard.
Road to the backboard, it's not going to be effective. KV1 gets it round. Secret from left to right, but they have left open a gap.
He wants to muscle
Rise,
through.
he's just trying to find a teammate. They weren't sure whether to go or not, Moist. Maybe this time they do. It's Joyo. He gets the extra touch. Astral hits the crossbar, and Sad just waits.
1 goal away from staying alive for Team Secret, and 1 goal away from clinching the grand finals at the fall major.
A clearance from Team Secret is absolutely massive. The pressure just lifts off them like opening up a balloon. Joyo has Astral in the center, but Astral turns it down. Knight is allowed some space. Astral sends it back to KV1, who shoots it underneath. He tries to
got him!
He doesn't need to, it's Scrappy, but Team Secret will not care one jot.
It's scrappy, but it's everything they needed. Astral, he got a piece of it, and Rise also jumped. 2 pre-jumps, 1 gets a touch of it, the other's thrown off, and Team Secret stay in the series.
If the omens seemed aligned against you, if nothing is going your way, you just have to stay alive. That's what Team Secret do as well as anybody. That wasn't their best game by any means.
No.
But now they've won that turtle. Maybe they can go back to that aggressive play style and really take this one for themselves.
12 shots here for Moist Esports, only 1 goal because of Astral. That was absolutely ridiculous. Joyo didn't even get a shot to his name, mostly just because he's going for bumps, trying to take boost. Team Secret, this is that defense made of titanium steel. They have the armor equipped. It was cracked a little bit earlier, but nothing has been stripped down yet. And 1 goofy looking goal is gonna be the one that ends it. And sometimes a little bit of chaos like that, Cole, is all you need.
It's gonna be the one that ends that game, and it's also gonna be the one that ushers in Moist's tactical timeout. So just when Team Secret start to get a little bit of a bite of the apple themselves, Moist Esports just slow them down, and that is undeniably the right time to do.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you let this go into another game where Team Secret put this to a game 7. It doesn't matter how much time they're given. They will be prepared for it. This is when you can cut some momentum early on. Everybody looking at that man, Astral. So much pressure. Like, I'm feeling shaky just looking at Astral, knowing what he has to do. I mean, stepping up against KC in ways that we have never seen online, at least recently within what feels like the past year or so. He's had a spectacular day, but maintaining that performance is one of the most difficult things, and that's what creates a legend in Rocket League.
And Astral, as much as anybody else, has had a microscope put on him. You know, any reaction, any tilt, any sense
Yes.
that he's losing control of himself,
So-
and people have been jumping on him.
It's so easy to do that. And you feel for these players who are the mechanical, I guess, pillars
Yeah.
of a team. If you are the foundation in terms of mechanics, in terms of striking, there's so much pressure. I mean, after all, if we're gonna dumb it down, Rocket League is a game where you need to score the goals. You simply just need to score more goals. And if you are the sole reason, the main man responsible for that, imagine the pressure and the toll that has on your mental.
Well, it's looking absolutely beautiful in here in real life right now. I'm not sure Moist will be seeing the beauty of Neo Tokyo. They did not want to be here. But both these teams see it for the first time after 4-1 victories earlier. Maybe it's Moist that start off better, but Rise, he's not able to go for it. Astral has some time though. Secret just waiting. It's the most basic aerial from Astral you'll ever see. Still gets a flip reset on the end. Secret just bump it away after a bit of defending.
You say basic, but I'm not seeing that in your rank games, Cole.
That's true. You're not seeing any aerial player right there.
We're not seeing any double taps either. Astral, it's certainly routine for him. Huge clear. Team Secret were very jumpy in the first 10 seconds. I saw KV1 flying early, but caught in no man's land. Joyo trying to get back. First goal. Team Secret respond to the timeout.
Now, I have this theory that Neo Tokyo is where you see the scrappiest games of Rocket League, where players haven't managed to get their energy back ahead of a big Game 7. This is the one where you have to dig deep. The standard might not be as high, but the pressure is high. Mistakes will be made. You have to be able to deal with them and get back to your game.
Closing out a series of Rocket League, one of the most difficult things to do. No matter how many goals you put in, how many flashy plays you have, staying consistent is the core of being a competitive player, and Moist Esports put the first one in for them.
It was Knight going for boost. He should have been getting to the goal as quickly as he could. A defensive mistake from Team Secret and a mechanical mistake from Moist. Both teams having what is their best asset turn against them in the start, and maybe Rise gets one from the kickoff.
A free one given to Moist. Lovely kickoff, but I guess an even better one from Rise. And I say that's free, but you can see him delay the challenge. He didn't flip into it early on and absolutely dusted Team Secret's cheat.
Moist, who have some famous kickoff moments both for and against them, get another to add to the tally. Team Secret going to keep on coming. He's sad out wide. That's trying to clear a path for him, but Astral dodges that. I'm going to eventually get the ball. Well, you know, it's Rise that, I would say he leaves it for. It's who it fell for, really. Because Astral wanted it as well. Team Secret can still make the most from that. Still from that play! And it's 2-2! And a rip-roaring start in Game 6.
Rise bullied, smacked out the way. Joyo, he needed to get a touch, buy more time for Rise, but Knight just barely chipped him right under his car. And we have got ourselves a ball game. Team Secret don't want to go down without a fight.
Who wins this kickoff? There's been so much action
go.
from them. It's Knight who wins it to the backboard with him, but Rise clears it as far as he can. Sad. I think he was underestimating just how much distance there was on that one.
Oh,
Now Rise is
KV1.
coming in. There's a real chance. Knight from the side gets the save.
KV1 was the follow-up, the second man who needed to go up for that challenge. He got bumped out the way. And you are absolutely right. Here on Neo Tokyo, the most physical games we have seen, the most physical play from both sides. It's scrappy, it's bloody. Nobody wants it more than these two teams. South America up against Europe. Who is superior?
Astral's up. He's going for KV1 instead. A nice idea, but Moist went on the same wavelength. And that only gets it as far as Rise. None of these solo plays happening so far for these teams. It's all about bundling at home, waiting for your opportunities. We craft some beauty out of these moments. KV1 leaves it for Knight. A good bump on Rise from KV1. And now Stan is closing down Astral. Nice there, he sends it high, trying to tee up KV1, but Rise beats him. This is dangerous now for Team Secret. Joyo's there with the backboard play, but it's just about fallen wide.
Such a difficult angle on the backboard, straight down. Moist Esports are more than capable of hitting it. Team Secret back into that armor of a defense. Turtling up, waiting for overextension of Moist, and there was a goalkeeper, but the power was simply too much.
The pass was pinpoint, the finish was good enough. KV1 maybe didn't need to go for the pre-jump, but you could say that Rise wrong-wheeled the defender.
You feel for KV1. That's the spot he needed to be in, but I don't think he saved his flip. Just too early on it. Panicked play. This is the last life for Secret.
The last hurrah, maybe. Will they get any more hurrahs? Not with Rise scoring from his own half. A big booming finish. But look at the work from Joyo.
All that waving got Joyo swole now, and he's just muscling through the defense, doesn't stop. This man continues to bully Team Secret out the way, open paths, and set up Moist. A 2-goal lead, 2 minutes left.
It seems that Moist have just a little bit more fight. KV1 tries to put pace to that, nice underneath it. In comes Sad to the corner, there's no one in front of him. There never is for Team Secret. The stealing with him, Astral just keeps the ball to himself, he's got it glued to him. KV1, Rise, wins it. Sad's coming, who's gonna win this race to the boost? It's gonna be Joyo. Team Secret, they just don't have the resources to come forward again, nor do they have the pace right now. It seems that Moist have elevated their game yet again. They did this earlier on against Casey.
Yeah.
Casey stepped up their game, and Moist had more gears in the tank. I don't think that's how cars work.
Well, regardless, you don't need to know how cars work just to hit an aerial. The greatest thing about Rocket League, and KV1 wants to be the greatest player in Rocket League Rise. Through the corner, Moist Esports, they have a 2-goal lead, a passive approach, being cautious. You've just got to hold it down on defense, and you can make it to the grand final.
Into the last minute. Secret need it to happen, and they need it to happen now, but Astral is still bundling through. Here comes Sad, desperate to get something going. KV1, Sad in front of him. Team Secret do have a player in front of the ball, but even that's not going to be enough. Moist, they can defend as well. They can defend as well as anyone. KV1 up against Rise. It's just not happening right now for Team Secret. They need one precise pass, but Astral is closing it down. The floor play from Moist, as good as they are aerially.
These are the final 3, maybe 4 chances for Team Secret. It's all they're gonna get. They have to score on this drive. They need something.
The Moist is increasing. It's getting pretty wet in here. It's looking like Moist are gonna make it to another grand final on EU soil. Secret have got nothing left in the tank. Rice still has the ball attached to himself. Joyo is just waiting. Moist have managed to do it. A team that after losing